我们现在要进行113学年度校内语文竞赛英语演说比赛5年级组，1号选手请上台。
Good afternoon, Jeffers and fellow students. I'm number 1. My topic today is a future invention that helps heal the Earth. In the future, our planet is facing challenges: climate change, pollution, and loss of biodiversity. But what if we had an invention that helped nature every single day? Today, I want to talk about a cool idea for the future: the Eco-Harmony bracelet. This bracelet is made from recycled materials, which helps the environment. It runs on energy from the sun and wind, so it never needs charging. So, how does it work? The bracelet tracks your habits. If you use too much plastic or waste water, the bracelet will gently remind you to stop. It will give you suggestions like using a reusable bottle or bag instead of buying a plastic one, or turning off the lights when you leave a room. And here's the really exciting part. The bracelet also helps fight climate change. It connects to an app on your phone, where you can find ways to reduce your carbon footprints, like walking, biking, or taking the bus or train instead of driving. It lights up a green thumbs up and gives you points when you're doing something good for the Earth. For every milestone you reach, you can use your points to plant real trees or support green projects around the world. It turns everyday actions into a game of environmental care and responsibility. The Eco-Harmony bracelet also helps clean our ocean. It's connected to 2 amazing inventions. The Ocean Vacuum Cleaner uses floating barriers to capture plastic waste in the ocean, while the sea bin is a device that sits in harbors and marinas to suck up trash and oil from the water. Every time you use the bracelet to save energy or reduce plastic, you earn points to support these inventions that are cleaning our oceans and keeping marine life safe. And the best part is, you can see how much you found. The app shows your progress, like how many trees you planted or how much plastic you've helped remove from the ocean. You can even set goals to compete with others to see who can make the biggest positive impact. The Eco-Harmony bracelet shows that we all have the power to make a difference. Every little change we make can have a huge impact on the world. If we all work together, we can help heal the planet and make it a better place for future generations. Thank you.
3分35秒。2号请上台，3号请准备。
Hello everyone, I'm number 2. Today I'm going to share with you a wonderful day. A wonderful day. Last Saturday was an amazing day. The weather was perfect. The sky was bright blue with only a few fluffy clouds floating above. My family and I decided to go to the zoo for a fun day together, because taking the MRT was cheaper than taking a taxi. We rode the MRT to get there. When we arrived at the zoo, I was so excited to see all the animals. They were also unique and interesting. The elephant huge and moved slowly. The camels looked dusty and dirty, while the tigers looked scary and powerful. The king penguins were playful, diving and swimming gracefully in the water. I watched a monkey swing back and forth on a tree as if it was playing a game of tag. The goldfish swim freely in the water, waiting for visitors to toss food into the water. Nearby, a hippo opened its mouth wide, showing its giant teeth, while a cow happily chewed on fresh green grass. After that, we went to a nearby park to play baseball together. My father, mother, brother, and I took the turns practicing. We passed the ball to each other and worked on our swings. I ran, jumped, and played with all my energy. Soon, I was sweating a lot, and my whole body felt very tired. But I was still very happy. When lunchtime arrived, we enjoyed some delicious fried rice, noodles, lots of fresh green grass. The meal gave me the energy I needed to continue enjoying the day. In the afternoon, we returned home. I was so tired that I took a nap for an hour. After waking up, I washed my face to feel refreshed because I didn't have any homework. So my family and I went to the movie theater in the evening. While watching the movie, I enjoyed some delicious fried rice. I enjoyed some ice cream and ate a little juice. Life, as I realized, may not always be perfect and can sometimes be tough. But with this wonderful day, I know that deep inside my heart, there's a tiny that stores beautiful memories like this. Where I dwell into keep believing and hoping whenever I feel drained and exhausted and almost gave up. And that was one of these memories. Spending time with my family, seeing so many amazing animals, enjoy some delicious breakfast, and enjoy a few movies. I have surely one of the best days that brightens my life each and every day. Thank you, everyone.
3分38秒。3号请上台，4号请准备。
Hi everyone, I'm number 3. Today, I want to share my story of my most unforgettable trip. It happened last summer when my family and I went to SeaWorld San Diego. I was so excited because I have never seen sea animals in an amusement park before. The California sun was shining brightly, and my dad was playing country music in the car. As we drove, I looked out the window at the beautiful scenery and felt relaxed. But when we passed through downtown, Then we went to the penguin encounter. I saw so many penguins waddling on the icy ground to get food and diving into the water to play with their friends. They looked like naughty kids swimming on the slippery road. Watching them made me feel jealous. They seemed to be having so much fun. I even imagined what it would be like to slide on ice like a penguin. Before we left, we stopped by the gift shop. It was full of fluffy sea animal toys and beautiful bags, but most of them were really expensive. After thinking for a long time, I chose a shiny gloss dolphin, and my sister picked a glowing jellyfish toy. These were the perfect souvenirs to remember the trip. Visiting SeaWorld San Diego was an unforgettable experience. I saw so many sea animals I'd never seen before, and the orca whales were incredible. This trip taught me how wonderful and diverse the animal world is. I just wish we could have stayed longer and seen even more sea creatures. This trip was truly unforgettable, and I'll always cherish the memories. Thank you for listening.
3分35秒。4号请上台，5号请准备。
Hello everyone, I'm number 4. The theme of today's speech is universe. I'm a person who likes the universe very much. Observing clouds during the sky and starry sky at night is one of the joys of my daily life. Do you want to know the mysteries of the universe? Now, let me share with you what I know about the universe. Our universe includes all of space, time, and beyond. According to the current mainstream cosmological theory, the Big Bang theory, space and time were born about 13.8 billion years ago. Since then, the universe has existed and it has been expanding till now. As far as we know, the diameter of the universe is about 930 light years. There are many planets, stars, nebulae, and galaxies in the universe. Our solar system is only a small part of it. Even though our technology finally made its first major breakthrough in 1969 AD, when the famous American astronaut Armstrong landed on the moon. Humanity's curiosity in exploring the universe has never stopped. And now, there's even a research on exploring new resources in the universe, as well as space travel and plans for immigration to Mars. The universe is very vast and mysterious. I look forward to more discoveries in the future. What about you? Thank you for listening.
2分38秒。5号请上台，6号请准备。
Hello everyone, I am number 5. Today I'm going to talk about something that is really important to me. Reading. Reading is not just something we do at school. It's a lifelong habit that can help us learn, be creative, and have fun. Today, I want to share with you why reading is so important. First of all, reading helps us learn. Every time we open a book, we discover new facts, ideas, and stories. Whether it's a science book, a history book, or a novel. Reading allows us to learn about different topics in the world around us. For example, when reading about animals or outer space can help us understand how nature works or how the universe was formed. The more we read, the more we learn. Reading also helps us develop our problem-solving skills. By reading stories about characters facing challenges, we can learn how to handle problems in our own lives. It is like having a teacher or guide with us, showing us ways to solve problems, even if they refer to situations that may seem difficult or challenges. It implies that even though problems or challenges might appear hard at first, we can still find ways to solve them, just like characters and stories find ways to solve their problems. Reading also improves our vocabulary and communication skills. The more we read, the more words we learn. A bigger vocabulary helps us express our thoughts better, both in writing and speaking. For example, when we read about how characters in books talk to each other, we learn different ways to express ideas. This helps us not only at school, but also in our daily lives, whether we're writing a story, giving a speech, or talking to friends. When writing our own stories, we can be incredibly descriptive, so that people actually paint pictures in their mind with our words. When giving a speech, a broad vocabulary helps choose the right word at the right time. When talking to friends, our superior vocabulary can impress those around us and make strangers who hear us want to become friends with us. You can see how having a stronger vocabulary is useful in daily lives. Another great thing about reading is that it sparks our imagination. When we read, we imagine the people, places, and events in our minds. This helps us become more creative. Finally, reading is something we can enjoy for our whole lives. I could not imagine a world without books. In conclusion, reading is incredibly important. Thank you for listening.
3分钟。6号请上台，7号请准备。
Hello everyone, I'm number 6. Today, I'm super excited to talk about insects. There are so many different animals on Earth, and insects are my absolute favorite. Even if some of you might think of, ew, gross. But wait, before you decide, let me tell you how cool insects really are and how they help our planet. Insects are some of the most successful animals on Earth. Scientists think there are about 5.5 million species out there, and we've already discovered over 1 million. Insects like bees are super important because they pollinate flowers and plants, helping human growth. Even mosquitoes, which people really hate, play a key role in nature. Without them, many other animals like geckos, frogs, spiders, salamanders won't have enough food. Every creature has its own value, and even if one species go extinct, it may harm the ecological balance. Even though insects are tiny, but they contribute so much to our environment. Ever since I discovered my interest in insects, I read tons of books about them, taken cool entomology classes. I even tried raising some myself. 1 year ago, I got my first pets, a pair of rainbow stag beetles from my parents. These kind of beetles got amazing metallic colors on their wings. I really love watching them and took really good care of them. I sprayed them with water, fed them every day, and cleaned their habitat every week. I even set up a special space for their little ones. Sadly, they both lived for less than a best friends. I learned to cherish every moment. Every creature has its own value, mission, and unique lifespan. If we make the most of our time helping the world, life isn't just measured by how long it lasts. As the famous philosopher Seneca said, "As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters." Thank you for listening.
3分08秒。7号请上台，8号请准备。
Hello everyone. I am number 7. Today, I am going to share with you illegal poaching, a threat to wildlife and ecosystems. Illegal poaching is a devastating problem that is harming wildlife around the world. Many animals, such as deer, elephants, and rhinos, are hunted illegally for their bones, skins, and other body parts. If this continues, these animals will disappear forever, leading to their extinction. Unlike legal hunting, where hunters have permits and follow regulations, poachers operate without permissions, causing irreversible damage to ecosystems. Today, I will explain how poaching puts wildlife in danger and why it could lead to the extinction of many species. Poachers mostly target endangered species, pushing them closer to extinction. When these species disappear, the natural balance of ecosystems is disrupted. Food chains break down, and entire ecosystems are put at risk. Without a range of animals to keep this balance, ecosystems can collapse. For example, if predators like lions or tigers are poached, the populations of their prey, such as deer or antelopes, will grow unchecked. The scale of this problem is staggering. In Africa alone, almost 101,000 elephants were poached between 2007 to 2017. During this time, 40 tons of ivories were seized from poachers. While poaching numbers have declined 60% from 2014 to 2024, the problem remains severe. If this trend continues, species like elephants could still face extinction. Illegal poaching is a critical issue that threatens wildlife and ecosystems worldwide. By targeting endangered animals, poachers are not only driving these animals toward extinction, but also disrupting the balance of nature. If we lose too many animals, food chains will break, ecosystems will collapse, and the damage will be irreversible. We must protect these animals. By protecting these animals, we are not just saving them, we are preserving the health of our planet for future generations. Thank you for listening.
3分21秒。8号请上台。9号未到，所以请10号准备。
Hello everyone, I am number 8. Today, I want to talk about my favorite musical instrument, the violin. There are so many cool musical instruments in this world, like strings, woodwinds, keyboards, and percussions. Among them, I love string instruments
Firstly, the violin. The violin has a time-honored history. It plays a leading role not only in solo performance, but also in chambers and symphony music. The penetration of the violin was very strong. It can depict various pictures by its characters. Why do I love the violin so much? Well, first, I think it's beautiful to look at. I like its shape and color because they're elegant and artistic. When I play it, I feel I'm so special and kind of fancy. But it's not just about looks. I also love its vibe and sound, moving and unique. When I hear violin music, it touches my heart. And I know the violin will be a really important part of my life. I started learning the violin when I was 7 years old. In the beginning, it was so hard. I felt frustrated because I couldn't achieve the goal. For example, how to play the note right, how to play the rhythm precisely. But my teachers helped me a lot. They showed me the way to practice better and guided me to work harder and harder. Now, I feel much more confident when I play this beautiful instrument. This year, my parents bought me a new violin as a present. My parents taught me that if you want to do your work well, you must firstly sharpen your tools. Now, I feel I can play much more smoothly right now. Also, I am addicted to my violin too much to put it down. I really hope I get to play on stage a lot more for years to come. I want to play in various competitions and perform for lots of audience. I want to share lovely music and make people happy through enjoying my favorite musical instrument, the violin. Thank you for your attention.
3分16秒。10号请上台，11号请准备。
Hello everyone, I'm number 10, and today I will be telling you guys about what bravery really is. Most people think that bravery is doing something they aren't afraid of. But are they right or are they wrong? Firstly, I think being brave means doing something that you are afraid of. Secondly, I think it means to overcome your fear and not just doing it because you are forced to. Personally, I have been brave before. I used to have a fear of heights, and I would never dare to look down when I was at a place high up. But the more I was near places that were high up, I realized that I had lost my fear of heights. So, I decided to start pushing my limits by going bungee jumping, walking on a bridge in the mountains, and even climb a mountain. I also have a friend named Roy, and he has the fear of insects. Whenever he sees one, he will scream and run in horror. But the odd thing is that he loves Mother Nature. So he decided to join a camp where they go hunt for them. After joining the camp, he fell in love with them. So he decided to have a pet bug, learn more knowledge about them, and even go hunt for them. Once you conquer your fear, you can see a whole world of possibilities where nothing is impossible. Thank you, everyone.
2分45秒。11号，请上台。
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm number 11, and today I want to talk about one of my favorite things to do, learning magic. I'm fascinated by magic tricks. Magic tricks are remarkable acts carried out purportedly by magical means, but also by trickery or illusion, generally as a form of entertainment. People like magic tricks because sometimes we want to get away from real life. Magic tricks, illusions, and a live magic show offer an escape from reality. Also, we are fascinated by mysteries. Although it's helpful to know things such as how a car works or how the weather behaves, it can be vastly more interesting to think about mysteries that don't have an answer. When a magician performs a seemingly impossible or complicated trick, we usually have no idea how it did. Many magic illusions are based on principles of physics and mathematics. I like learning magic tricks because it also teaches me math and improves my problem-solving skills. It's good to learn magic tricks because it's a full-frame workout that helps you sharpen your creativity and problem-solving skills. Learning and practicing magic tricks can be a great way for students to expand their creativity and problem-solving skills. I learned magic tricks because the sensation of amazement that magic trick inspires light up people's lives and makes them feel happy. My best trick is called the Holy Grail. This is the first trick I ever learned. First, let the audience select a card. Then, look at the audience's eyes. After that, look at the audience's eyes. Lastly, spring the cards and grab a card from the deck. And the card is the audience's selected card. I love performing this trick because I can read the audience's mind, and the effect is so powerful. The first time I learned this trick, I had no idea how it was done, and this was a trick that motivated me to learn magic. There is nothing paranormal or supernatural about magic tricks. Magicians achieve illusions through practice of deception. It is a form of acting in which the artist presents one reality to the audience, hiding another reality, actions that only they are aware of. By learning magic, you can improve your mental health, keep your mind and body active, increases your self-confidence, inspires creativity and curiosity, sharpen your critical thinking skills, and you start to look at the world in a different way and question a lot of the questions that will go on things. That's how magic fascinates me. Thank you for your attention.
3分05秒。以上是我们5年级组英语演说比赛10位同学的表现。那我们请评审老师来为刚刚的表现来做讲评。